देश में न अच्छा काम करने वालों की कमी है, न ही ऐसे लोगों को सम्मानित करने वाले अवार्ड फंक्शंस की। लेकिन IMC इंक्लूसिव इनोवेशन अवार्ड देश का पहला अवार्ड है जहां ऐसे लोगों को सम्मानित किया जाता है जो इनोवेशन के साथ साथ सोसाइटी और पर्यावरण की भलाई के लिए भी काम करते हैं। इस अवार्ड को जीतने वालों को नगद इनाम देने के साथ साथ उनकी मेंटरिंग भी की जाती है। IMC इनोवेशन अवार्ड को शेयर बाजार के दिग्गज राकेश झुनझुनवाला की ओर से स्पॉन्सर किया जाता है। IMC इंक्लूसिव इनोवेशन अवार्ड देने के लिए देश भर से इनोवेटिव काम करने वालों की एंट्रीज मंगाई जाती है। बेस्ट इनोवेटर्स के चुनाव से पहले मशहूर वैज्ञानिक R.A. माशेलकर की अगुवाई वाली जूरी स्क्रीनिंग करती है। फिर बेस्ट 5 एंट्रीज वालों को प्रेजेंटेशन के लिए मुंबई बुलाया जाता है। जूरी फिर इनोवेटर से कड़े और तीखे सवाल करती है और फिर 5 में से बेस्ट इनोवेटर को चुना जाता है। आखिर में सभी 5 इनोवेटर को ऑडियंस के सामने ग्रैंड फिनाले इवेंट में प्रेजेंटेशन के लिए बुलाया जाता है। IMC अवार्ड फंक्शन उन लोगों के लिए बेस्ट प्लेटफॉर्म है जो इनोवेट करते हैं लेकिन उन्हें मौका नहीं मिलता।
I feel very privileged. We have every day a function in IMC, but a difference between functions and functions is the one we have today. I'm extremely privileged, I'm extremely honored that IMC has had this privilege today for the Inclusive Innovation Award. For such an award to have merit, we have none other than Dr. Mashelkar Rakesh Junjunwala. Doesn't need an introduction. He changes the face of what the market values are, or he values the market what it is going to be 3 years hence. Innovation is the need of our country. A lot of people do a lot of efforts. Every Hath Gadi wala leaves 4 o'clock in the morning to work. But till you don't innovate, the effort is only going to be that proportionate to how much you can pull for the day. But if you do innovation, that multiplier effect, that change in the environment, the inclusiveness that we can do is what I think we can do greatly. But most of all, I think I have to welcome the innovators. So most of all, the reason why we are here today are these innovators who are going to make great change in the time that we have today. And I think with that, I would like to end because we have the most dynamic speakers with us today who will actually introduce us for this particular thing. Over to you, Bhavna. Thank you very much and welcome again.
It's such a pleasure, ladies and gentlemen, to see this seed planted by none other than Dr. Mashelkar at the Foundation Day celebration of the Chamber way back in 2011. It was September 2011, germinate into a sapling. We are so fortunate as a Chamber to have with us the stalwarts who are making a difference in this direction. Let me first of all acknowledge once again the contribution of, and if I may say so, father of this movement, Dr. Mashelkar, the renowned scientist who's been with us right from the time this idea came to us and it came from him and we started working on it. The process that we followed was out of the entries received, we had shortlisted 5 who are nominees whose work was something which we felt really needs recognition. So those 5 nominees are here with us today and we have shortlisted 1 winner of them who will receive the amount and all others will receive the certificate. Before I hand over to Dr. Mashelkar and request him to deliver his address, request Dr. Swati Piramal, she needs to leave, so to just give her impressions about the process that we followed.
Great pleasure to be on this jury. I think, ladies and gentlemen, I can promise you one thing: by the end of this evening, you will be amazed, you will be inspired, because the kind of human impact that these innovators have on our country is going to amaze you and make you want to do more. I was absolutely stunned by what I saw. I wanted to say to each one of them that how can we help, and IMC and other chambers must do more. How can we connect these young innovators to markets? How can we connect them to law firms? Because one of the biggest problems they have is they haven't filed international patents, and I'd really like them to do that because somebody can steal their innovation, and we must help them to file international patents to protect the work that they've done. I'd like to thank all of you for inviting me, especially Bhavna Ben.
Thank you, Dr. Piramal. May I now request Dr. Mashelkar?
I was amazed with the energy, enthusiasm and commitment, Bhavna Ben, that you showed in order to make these IMC Inclusive Innovation Awards happen. Now, I must also congratulate you that IMC is the first organization in the country to set up Inclusive Innovation Awards. And I always like to be the first. I always like to see pioneers. So IMC is a pioneer, you are a pioneer, and I think that is a big difference. I'm also happy to see that we are trying to do it differently. And therefore, the nature of this particular award is such that we are going to do hand-holding, we are going to do mentoring, we are going to look at the fundamentals of success. Because the fundamentals of success of inclusive innovation are what? First of all, affordable access, so that large number of people can afford the service or a product. The second is scale. For true inclusion, you can't say 11 people benefited. Not even 11,000, 11 million perhaps. So how do you reach that scale? And then it has to be sustainable, because it has to be a business. It has to be an inclusive business. The winner today, as well as all the other remaining four finalists, are going to have this particular help of hand-holding. And I think, Bhavna Ben, this is where we are going to differ from all other awards in the country, because the bulk of the awards that we have are ones where we clap and in 24 hours we forget. This is going to be an award with a difference. I'll be touching very 70 now on 1st of January. This is probably one of the best days of my life. Thank you very much for making it happen.
May I now request the first one, the entry which is regarding Aquasol product.
We have a human-powered electric vehicle which is very innovative, and it is different than whatever is available in the market, with a lot of innovative ideas put together into the system, which makes this vehicle very different and very effective. Attached to it, we have a water filtration system which is not only for city people, but it is an modular system that can go into villages, village cycles and everywhere, where you can simply put the system into the cycle, and when you pedal, you can purify water. You can go to water source, collect water, when you pedal down back, you get pure water. So this is what we have done in our human-powered electric vehicle. Attached to it is another product from our side, that is a BioCatCon, which has been recognized by Massachusetts Institute of Technology, US. We were being hosted as 35 young innovators of the world. And this BioCatCon is basically, it converts exhaust into fuel. So it also clears your exhaust and it also converts fuel. We have right now given 2 vehicles into the market, and they are successfully running very good. And I believe that it is a replacement to 3 million auto rickshaws that are running on the Delhi or NCR road, and it is just a small case I'm considering.
Now what they have done is that there are 2 well-known technologies that have been used elsewhere in the world, which actually use activated carbon. For example, one is a filter, another one is like a tea bag. They have blended them together in order to create a system, basically, which is very effective in terms of giving you drinking water. So can you imagine, you have no water, but you have a mobile water. You don't have to go to the water, water will come to you, so as to say. And while doing that, these other aspects of ecology and environment that they have put in. And lastly, the human drudgery, for example, because pedal-driven rickshaws will have their own sort of challenges and issues. I think if you look at all this together, this innovation really stands out.
next one we have is of Avani, and we request Rajneesh Jain to present the product.
To understand my product, service, whatever, I like you to think of a woman. She could be anyone, Jamuna Devi. She walks 4 miles every day before collecting fuel wood before she can cook a meal for her family. She climbs trees, she walks, she comes back home and cooks food in a smoke-filled kitchen. Talk to her and she recounts that she has to walk longer and longer every year because the wood is becoming scarcer and scarcer. Come summer months and the forest around her village is raging with fire, the fire that destroys life around her village. And while it does that, destroys life, Jamuna wonders what if this fire could actually cook in her kitchen instead of destroying life. She knows that these pine needles are highly flammable and she cannot control the combustion. She cannot use this fire for cooking in her kitchen. But that's what we do. That's our service. We employ Jamuna Devi and her husband to collect pine needles from the forest, bring it to a facility, convert it into electricity and cooking charcoal. Electricity which will reduce carbon emissions, which will collection will stop the forest fires, regenerate biodiversity, electricity that will drive rural economy, and cooking charcoal that will stop Jamuna from searching for wood before she can cook a meal for her family. She can actually buy charcoal and cook for her family. And above all, it will create jobs in the villages. That's what we do. Thank you.
If you look at the potential of this, not only in the region that they have worked, but in the entire country, it is absolutely phenomenal. And that is where I believe the power of this innovation resides, not only designing our today, but designing our future. Thank you.
The next entry is of Mr. Bhargavan Mohanlal. He is from Kerala.
I am standing here on behalf of a grassroots innovator. I feel is basically a virgin innovator, I should say, Mr. Mohanlal, who is with me here. So his product basically is a reversible reduction gearbox with turnable Z drive. To make it understand, we'll start from the existing system. Now, how in the small scale fishing sector, people go out to the sea using a kerosene engine. What they do is, it's a petrol started kerosene run engine. If you take for 8 hours of run, it will consume around 60 liters of kerosene per day. We are talking about the small scale fishermen. Now, that will cost you around, if you get the, take the price of the kerosene, it will consume around 3,500 rupees of fuel per day per boat. Now there is an alternative using a diesel engine, and many of the major players have the diesel engine, like Yanmar, Mitsubishi, Mahindra, all of them have the diesel engine. But they never had a gearbox which could be coupled with the diesel engine, which can be used in the small scale sector. And that is where this man, Mr. Mohanlal, has come out with a gearbox so that this engine can be coupled with the gearbox, and the price, the cost reduction is come from 3,500 to 900. So it is 75% advantage for the local fishermen. And in the gearbox, we have a forward gear, a neutral gear, and a reverse gear. And as far as the Z drive is concerned, it can be manually turned to one side during landing, and it is fitted with the rudder to steer the boat. And the advantage is fuel saving is up to 75%. It is absolutely pollution free.
You are talking in terms of reduced environmental pollution. You are talking in terms of excess income for those poor fishermen. And just imagine, Neeraj bhai, we have something like 8,000 kilometers of coastal line, and the number of boats, small boats that ply around. And if this is scaled up, what difference it can make to our ecology, environment, as well as economics of these individuals.
Next we have Mr. Daya. He is from Rajasthan. His product is biomass gasifier.
Good evening, everyone. I'm just standing here on behalf of Mr. Dahiya. He has invented one small size biomass gasifier. There are some advantages of this. How it is innovative and how it is different from the other gasification which are already in the market. See, one is the dry filtration. So there is no need of water. The all gasification use the water to clean the gas. Second one is the best thing which he has done, that is mobile unit with soundproof. Mobile, and you can move the unit from one place to another place, like in farms or in villages. You can have, say an example, in night, you need the electricity at village. So you can use the system, you can take it, take it with the tractor and use it at the electrification in the village. Like daytime, if you want to irrigate the farms, you can take it the farmhouse and you can use it. So it's like cost effective. Of course, there are 3 models we have made. One is like basic for the farmers, because farmers, they just need the irrigation. They don't want the perfect like the corporate sector needs that. So we have made for them. The another is mobile plus canopy system that can be used in the corporate sector. There are big gasifications are there, but it's a very small size, even affordable by all the peoples, from the small farmers to a corporate sector like tower industry. Any corporate sector can be used this. Thank you.
This is the first time we have heard about a mobile gasifier, a portable gasifier which can move from one place to the other, and also the diversity of agro waste, let us say, or the biomass that this can treat, from anything to anything in terms of size, scale. You can see the versatility of this innovation.
Mr. Sanit Patil will make the presentation. This is low-cost windmill.
So basically it is a windmill. Initial windmill was developed by the innovators in the Northeast, as I said. Later, NIF awarded it. Gyan took up the innovation, had a technology transfer agreement with the manufacturer, passed on the royalty benefits to the innovator in terms of royalty arrangement, used this innovative technology to benefit the salt farmers of South Gujarat, linked with NGOs, students from universities, national, international, also got funding support from Alstom Foundation, and ultimately also had some business innovation in terms of delivering fair trade salt. This is the usual activity that a salt farmer has to do. Imagine the drudgery that he has to go through, lifting up buckets of water every day. I mean, for 8 hours, 10 hours in a day. We got the idea of windmills and thought about its application in the salt farming regions. We got the technology transferred to a local fabricator in Ahmedabad. This is his site. We got the windmills installed. Around 50 windmills have been installed with the help of Alstom Foundation. And ultimately, a windmill was achieved, which was used for pumping the brine water for helping the salt farmers in reducing their drudgery. Apart from the technological innovation, we piloted a business innovation where we got the salt from the salt farmers and tried taking it to the market with branding as a Chakardi salt, so that that salt pays for the cost of windmill and also guarantees a fair trade price for the salt farmers, because currently salt farmers get 30 paise for a kg, whereas the salt is sold in the retail market for 15 rupees and above.
Normally, when windmills are designed, they will operate 12-15 kilometers per hour and beyond. So you give this challenge to an American innovator, saying that I want to make it happen at 5 to 6 kilometers, he will throw up his hands because his aeronautical engineering has told him it cannot be done. But the beauty about India is that India does not know that something is impossible. They make the impossible possible. That is what has been done here. This can run at 6 km/h without any difficulty because of the design, no gearbox and the rest of it. So that means even at low wind speed this can work. And it can not only pump salt water, it can be used to generate power. Few kilowatts of course, but you can do that.
Before we announce the winner, may I request Mr. Rakesh Jhunjhunwala to give his remarks, and after that he'll announce the winner.
Friends, first I would like to say how we got the idea for this award. I don't know how many of you all know that I did my chartered accountancy under Gautam Bhai, and he's one of the finest humans I ever met in my life. And I and Bhavna Ben, and he were just discussing one day, and we thought, she said that she wants to do these innovation awards. And I agreed. And why did I agree? See, I thought I'd get a good jury to select an innovator, right? And by giving money to an innovator, I will be encouraging innovation. Innovating is important, but growing and selling the product is another ball game. So don't be mentally blocked to associate yourself with large companies, right? I've seen, and marketing is an extremely, extremely, extremely important game. Don't believe any scientist who says it's not important, right? Because I've seen in my investment experience, there are certain fine products, because they can't get market. After a certain period of time, the innovation just die down. Second thing also I feel is that if entrepreneurs get too much capital, they lose their head. So always remember that capital is scarce, it has to be used very well. What else can I say? I must thank Bhavna Ben, IMC, Dr. Malsekar, the entire jury for all the time they have spent.
Request Rakesh, now you need to stand up and announce the winner.
It's Mr. Rajneesh Jain and Avani. Electricity and cooking charcoal from Pine Wood.
First of all, the certificate.
I'm excited that I won the award, but I'm more excited that I met these incredible innovators. And there's something for me in each one of them. But I'm even more excited that the mainstream India actually cares for us. They think about us and they want to help us and mentor us. Thank you very much, the jury members, the sponsors, and the people who have come to hear what we have to say. Thank you so much.